Hey everybody, happy holidays. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Orchestra to actually help with regulatory compliance. So something Orchestra provides out the box is a structured store of metadata. And what that means is for all of your pipeline runs, for all of your task runs, for all of the operations that happen within your task runs, that information is available in real time. So in this case, I'm looking at a table of pipeline runs. We have all the IDs. We have the name, so you can easily identify it. We have the account ID that it ran in. We have the environment name, whether or not it failed. We even have the version. So if you're doing our version control or you're backing this in Git, you should have the Git hash as well. You have when it was created. Obviously, from this, you can work out how long it took. But then it also allows you to go deeper, so into things like the tasks and the operations themselves. So let's take DBT as an example. In this case, we can see that I've actually got the detail for the specific table rendering. So in this case, the table is called map companies. We've got the external ID. So this would be the ID of the table in the external system. So for me, it's BigQuery, but for you, it could be something like Snowflake. And again, same sort of stuff. So whether or not the operation succeeded, what the integration is, when it started, things like the number of rows affected. This is all available. Okay, so that's what this looks like in Excel. Let me show you what it looks like in BigQuery. Awesome. So in BigQuery, Orchestra gives you a really easy and clean schema to monitor this. So on the left, you can see that I've decided to send it into a data set called call clean. And we're basically just giving you guys 3 runs: the operations, the pipelines, and the task runs. So these are really, really easy to query. Let's take this one as an example. So super simple. We have all of our IDs. So this ID is the task run ID, pipeline run ID. You've got the status, you've got the integration, and these also would allow you to correlate the data between these 3. So yeah, not loads to show here. Now I'm going to show you how you can get the data from Orchestra into BigQuery or your warehouse of choice in real time. Okay, so Orchestra provides a few code examples for you to do cool stuff. And one of them is taking data from the Orchestra internal store and dropping it in your warehouse. So we use a Python framework called DLT to do this, which means that you need to create a Python integration in order for this to work. Now, when you create that Python integration, you'll need to make sure you put in the credentials for pushing data into your destination. So for example, if you want to push data to Snowflake, you'll need to make sure that you provide credentials that look a little bit like this. Apart from that, what I would suggest is you essentially copy this file, and this file will allow you to take data from Orchestra and land it into your warehouse. You should also copy the requirements.txt, and then you can also copy this Orchestra pipeline YAML, which I will now show you. Okay, so this is where the magic really happens. So I've got a pipeline here, and it's doing something very simple. So we're just running that run script that we had before. So before, the script is called run.py, so we're running run. And it takes an input, which is the warehouse. And you can see the inputs here. And all I've got is BigQuery. So you could put in Snowflake, you could put in Databricks, it really doesn't matter. You can put in MySQL. You should make sure you have this pip install r requirements.txt. And then if you've got your script in a certain subfolder, then you can put that in here as well. If we go ahead and take a look at the connection, that will also give you an idea of how to set things up. So we can go ahead and look at the connection here. And here you can see that I've got the different secrets that I referenced before. I can show you these because Orchestra is hashing them, so nobody will ever be able to see them. But yeah, that's how you do it. We do actually support Git connection as a method now instead of tokens, so you don't even need to provision tokens. So I might just makes things a bit cleaner. And if you're wondering, okay, well, all looks good, but how can I easily build this pipeline? You can go to our agents, because in this day and age, if it's not an agent, what is it? So if you go to load Orchestra Metadata to warehouse, you can create an agent, not a pipeline. Insert sarcasm here, where you have that script that I just showed you. So the only thing you need to set up is a connection to your Python repo, and you need to copy the code over. You can see we've also done some data quality tests here. So just sort of making sure that the data's landing. You don't have to have these. In terms of the frequency, you can kind of make this as simple or as complicated as you like. You know, if you've got daily pipelines, then running this once a day is probably fine. You know, you could have it run anytime another pipeline finishes, which would sort of get the data. You know, if stuff is running every 15 minutes, then maybe you want to run it every 15 minutes. You know, DLT handles the incrementality because it stores the state of the job within the target destination warehouse. So it can be, you know, you can be quite flexible. I would say that the easiest thing to do is just to run it every day. If you have a lot of data, maybe run it every hour. Shouldn't be too much though. And if you want it to like be really, really like fast and efficient, then I would say probably run it any time a pipeline finishes. Control this pipeline in code. Like anytime you want to, anytime you create a new pipeline, you have to add it here. That way the DLT script will run anytime another pipeline finishes. But yeah, that's a quick overview into how you can use you know, Orchestra to help with some of your audit and compliance jobs. You know, this is a huge win. It's always the thing which you don't want to be rushing around to do. So yeah, like I'll leave some links in the comments. Any questions, just let us know.